Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel, and today we're going to be going through Harbor Freight's new items. Now I'm not sure what they consider a new item, whether the time frame is within the last 6 months or a year, but I do notice a lot of items on here that I've seen around for a little while. But today we're going to focus on tools and some of the accessories and kind of things that I would consider stay away from. We're not going to go into like these brushes or the electrical boxes and some of the stuff like that, but as far as this Franklin two-step steel stool, it seems to be of good quality. You know, for around that price range, I've seen them anywhere from $25 to $45, so that seems like a pretty decent deal. This is a water pump by Predator. I've also seen the generators and stuff, and I feel like it's a love-hate relationship between people and those. I guess it really all just depends on what you're actually using them for, so I can't give a personal opinion on that. But down here you have the Icon long double box end ratcheting wrenches. Now with Icon, I feel like it is a double-edged sword. Yes, I do believe them to be a better quality than most of the other tools in Harbor Freight, but I do believe they're really pushing the limits on pricing when it comes to tools that people are looking for at Harbor Freight. And I really think that Icon should really come up with more of their own ideas and stop doing everything comparing them to Snap-on. I don't think everything you make needs to be compared to Snap-on, and you obviously don't need to make everything look exactly like Snap-on. I think you can still succeed without that, but then again, it's a advertising thing and it pulls a lot of eyes towards it, so it's smart, but also I think you're really pushing the limits on pricing. $180 for the 10-piece metric set and $130 for the 7-piece SAE set. Don't get me wrong, they do seem to be of really good quality, but once again, a little bit on the higher price side. Here you see the Hercules and Bauer cordless heat guns, both at $50 a piece. So really it just depends on if you have either one of the lineups, if it's just fits your needs better to go Hercules or Bauer. They seem to be of decent quality. Here you see the Icon Professional Double Box End Flex Head Ratcheting Wrenches. This is a 5-piece set, and it runs $200. That is right around the same price range as a lot of other brands that I know and trust that run around that price range. So I personally would probably go with one that has been around longer. But if Harbor Freight will warranty these and they're close to you, that might fit your needs the best. But once again, $200 for that 5-piece set. Here you see a Doyle Stubby screwdriver set for $6 with that classic old design from like Klein. I like that handle design. I think that's pretty decent price on those. Here you have the Maddox Master Disconnect tool set. Not the biggest set, but it is a decent set. You get a good variety of different disconnect tools, and it's priced pretty decently. The Maddox stuff seems to be of good quality. The couple sets that I have from them have held up pretty well. The Jupiter power inverters, I've never even heard of Jupiter. I don't know if I'm just not educated in the power inverters, but I just haven't heard of them. If you guys have used them, please let me know your guys' thoughts. Here you see the US General 30-inch service carts. I think this is a decent price. It's $100. I do think US General has some better service carts for just a little bit more, but still not a bad deal. Black, blue, and green for the colors here. Here you got the Icon bit sockets. They have a wide variety of bit sockets. You'll see more later on down. Once again, here in the Snap-on like display tray. Now, I know people are always searching for a decent bit socket set, and I think $40 for this is a little bit pricey. I mean, that's getting up there with some of the professional brands. It is, once again, really hard to find a good bit socket set. A lot of people break them, especially when you get into the longer ones. I mean, a lot of the times that just can't be helped. So I don't have any personal experience with these, but please let me know your guys' thoughts if you've used the Icon bit sockets, whether they're standard length or long length ones. Here, getting into the Icon impact swivel sockets, they do seem to be of much better quality than the Pittsburgh ones laying around there that you pick up for $30 or $40 or whatever it is. These are going to be a little bit higher price, but once again, these are going to be better quality and not quite these. When you look at impact swivel socket sets of a decent quality, you are looking at a decent price. So these seem to be priced pretty decently for the quality, so that doesn't seem like too bad of a deal if that's what you're searching for. The Doyle adjustable water pump pliers seem to be of decent quality as well and priced right around where they should be, so I think that's a decent deal. Here's the 12-ton Pittsburgh jack stands at $110, as long as you trust them for not being recalled in the future and getting crushed or anything like that. When it comes to the Warrior products, I don't even bother. I think if you're buying Warrior products, you're probably making toys because you're using toys to make them. I don't believe in the Warrior products. I don't think going the cheapest possible route is the best idea. So I stay away from Warrior stuff. Once again, there's the Warrior 4-volt lithium-ion cordless cutter for $40. Not going to get into paintbrushes. Not going to give you guys bristle counts or anything like that. Here you see the SAE and metric flex head ratcheting wrenches, a 12-piece set and an 8-piece set for $120 and $170. Once again, seems to be of decent quality. By no means do I think Icon is bad quality. I think they are decent quality. I think they're good tools, but I think they could work a little bit better on their pricing. But who knows? If they're selling well, more power to them. I personally, if I'm going to spend this money, though, I'm going to go with something that's been around just a little bit longer, so I know I'm getting something I can trust in. Here's the Yukon 30-inch service cart for $150. I think this is a decent deal, but once again, I also think the US General is probably the best bang for your buck when it comes to service carts and toolboxes if you're really looking for an affordable, decent quality box. I think those are the best deals around. Here you got the Vulcan Tig Welder. I don't have any experience with Harbor Freight welders whatsoever, so I can't say anything. Once again, I always hear love-hate things about them. Some people love them, some people hate them. Bauer Buffer, $50. You got a couple of the Doyle heavy-duty end nippers. Here you have the Maddox Radiator pressure test kit. It seems like a pretty decent kit. You get a decent variety of adapters for your more common radiators. Not the biggest selection, but still a decent selection. You got the Doyle 6-in-1 ratcheting screwdriver for $9. More of the Icon bit sockets, like I mentioned earlier. They have a pretty decent sized lineup here. So once again, if you guys have used these, please let me know your guys' thoughts. And then here you get into the Icon super long extension set. I think for $40, this is a decent kit as well because you have some good length here. So that's not bad. Getting into your standard click style torque wrench, I think this is actually a good deal from Icon. It's going to be a much higher quality than your Harbor Freight special, $30, $40 torque wrench. You're going to get better quality here, but more precision as well. That's what I meant to say. It's more precise, it's better quality, better design. You got a flex head. Just the pull tab here for adjustment is nicer. All around a decent, well-made torque wrench for a decent price, because you guys all know, if you've looked at some of the higher-end torque wrenches, they do get expensive. So if you're looking for a decently priced one for a good quality, I think these are a good deal. Here they have the newer Daytona jacks. I have the Pittsburgh Pro jack, 3-ton jack, and I love the thing. It's been great. I think I picked it up for something like $70 or something like that, and it's been great. Never had an issue with it. And so I think these Daytona jacks are made of pretty good quality as well, and just a little bit higher. Icon coming up with their own original design. Just kidding. I think they should focus on maybe designing some of their tools with their own minds. But once again, $50 seems like a decent screwdriver set. The Atlas stuff, I've only actually seen at one Harbor Freight that I've been to in the last couple months, and they still had them on the top shelf and nothing on display, so I couldn't get my hands on any of them. But I do think some of this stuff is a little overpriced. When I go to Lowe's and Home Depot and Menards, I see a lot of their cordless stuff of brand names that I know and trust. For around the same price, I could get, I got my weed eater and leaf blower for around this price. And who knows, Atlas could be good, yard working stuff, but there are better deals out there. This pressure washer seems pretty nice. It's 2000 PSI. I can't say how long it's going to last or anything, but I think as far as the items that you get with this, the pressure that it runs at, and the mobility and everything with the price, it seems like a pretty good deal. Here are some of their Pneumatic Sanders from Baxter. Never heard of them. I could be living out of a box, I'm not sure. Bremen, I've actually heard pretty decent stuff about Bremen. I have the standard Harbor Freight, maybe it's Pittsburgh, I don't know. Clamps, one of them broke as soon as I got it, so I might be upgrading to a couple of these instead. That you have Harbor Freight's professional lineup of their workbench with tools. This is a great deal for your kids. Here they have the U.S. General Screwdriver Rack. They also have a couple other new racks at Harbor Freight that seem to be of similar design of other brands. So I think the pricing is right on point there. And I think those are good deals with the new organizers that they have out. Then you have the Chief. This is one of the items I would consider just to try out because burr bits do get very expensive, carbide burr bits. And this one's around $60. It'd be hard for me to pull the trigger on that, but it would be nice to find an affordable one that could do a decent amount of work. If you're going to get an air hose, go ahead and get the USA made ones. Don't go ahead and get the other ones. Make sure it's USA. It's really not priced any higher than the non-USA one. Alright, so that's it as far as Harbor Freight's new items. Once again, I'm not sure what their time frame is when they consider new items new and when they're not new anymore, but that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts on any of these items that you might have used or would stay away from. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. See you guys next time.